Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be about Dream's situation and his video that he recently made. I've tried to record this video so many times, but I kind of let my anger and emotion get to me when it comes to the Twitter idiots that keep hating on Dream still. So what I want to do is just kind of explain the video to you, because it's an hour and 20 minutes long and I kind of want to just briefly explain it to you. For the beginning part, he kind of just talks about old controversies that he was a part of and just kind of debunks those as well. But the real stuff that we want to talk about is going to be the grooming allegations that have been looming over Dream's head this entire time. If you haven't seen the video, you did an amazing job. You should really watch the video instead of getting it from me, because I think that, you know, his video is really good and it shows a lot of the evidence and proof. He's done a lot of work. And also he disclaims in the beginning of the video that the money going into that video is going to charity. So I personally think that you should probably watch that video. I know it's long, but he has timestamps that take you to where you want to go. So if you don't really care about like the gumball drama, or if you don't really care about his old past drama, you can ignore that. He has timestamps. But anyways, for the 3 victims that originally came out about him, the first 2 being, I believe, Amanda, and then the other one, I just forgot their name. The drama for that one was so irrelevant. Those were the first 2 that people collectively agreed that this was not enough evidence to deem him a groomer. And what do you know? He easily debunked both of them. For the first one, it was a girl that messaged him on Instagram, and he kind of just basically vaguely said like, thank you to her. He never flirted. He never did anything with this girl. There was nothing. He ignored her and she got upset, so she posted it on the internet. That's it. And then for Amanda's the one that basically said that she was going to meet him up in Orlando or whatever and then have sex with him, which there was no proof of that. Dream showed that there was no proof. She even went out of her way to say she reached out to the police, and I can't believe Dream went through this much effort, but he contacted multiple police offices about his name in records and everything. Nothing shows. So it just kind of goes to show this Amanda girl like collectively lied. He also showed off some damning evidence against Amanda, showing she's kind of a weirdo and a freak and kind of a creep. Like, you know what I mean? Like a sexual degenerate, which, yeah, an obsessive sexual degenerate, which is, yeah, it's whatever. Those 2, I don't care about. It's the Jamie situation that is still pissing me off because of Twitter. So basically the Jamie one is the moaning video, the one from the Burner 22 account. The main thing that I want to talk about is that he shows off that this Burner 22 account didn't get any of their information from Jamie herself. And they basically claim that Jamie left the internet when Jamie never actually left the internet. Jamie just privated her account and wanted to be left alone. And he kind of just goes out of his way to prove and show that Jamie wants nothing to do with this, and she doesn't believe she's a grooming victim at all because she was never groomed. A lot of personal stuff from her life is getting leaked. And for example, that moaning video, right? He kind of shows off that to open up a Snapchat video, which is real, you need to press on it. No one pressed on it, and somehow the Snapchat opened. So they could have easily faked it. But a lot of the stuff that they're showing is personal stuff in Jamie's life that she doesn't want shown, and she's, you know, obviously not happy about it. It was shown by a friend of hers by the name of Sam, and now the Burner 22 account is basically saying our information was a bunch of misleading bullshit from somebody, and that Sam person admitted that. So you're probably wondering, how are Twitter people still hating on Dream when it's pretty clear and obvious that Jamie had nothing to do with this, she didn't want anything to do with this, and she doesn't believe she was groomed at all, because the Burner account got information from people that wasn't Jamie. They didn't even ask her for confirmation if this was real or not. You know, I don't know why. Twitter is still hating on Dream, calling him a creep, calling him a liar, calling him everything, you know, and it doesn't make any sense because he disproved it, right? Like the biggest one that they had was Jamie, and he easily disproved it by showing Jamie has nothing to do with it, wants nothing to do with it, and was never groomed. She's not a victim of it. Because the way I see it is that if you were a victim of, you know, grooming allegations and shit, you would think this person would want to publicly at least make a statement. She wants nothing to do with it. She's been trying to leave, has had to change her account information constantly because people are harassing her over this incident, because she doesn't want anything to do with it because she's not a grooming victim. Like, she just wants to live her life. He also points out in the video that he knew Jamie way before he even made content. So at the end of the day, this isn't some power imbalance thing, a relationship of power imbalance. This has nothing to do with that. It's simply just they knew each other way before making content. They were friends before, right? So it's not like he was big and famous. He had 0 subs when he knew her. So who fucking cared? Because I think the age gap between the 2 are 2 to 3 years. I don't care. I'm gonna be real with you. Who fucking cares about a 2 to 3 year age gap when it's a person who hasn't even started their YouTube career in the first place? Let's say Dream really did have a relationship with this Jamie girl. 2 to 3 years is not enough to call them a groomer or a pedophile. It is a completely normal age gap to have for couples, right? so many people in the world have even more than 2 to 3 year age gaps. And 2 to 3 is, in my opinion, probably one of the most common age gaps and the most basic age gaps you've ever fucking seen in your life. So I really don't understand how that can be conceived as some power imbalance when he never had a platform to begin with when meeting her. And if they had a relationship, seems to me like it was a completely normal one, because she wants nothing to do with this and doesn't feel like she was groomed whatsoever. It's just people around her trying to force her into the situation, and it's just devastating. Now, sorry for that long ramble about the video and the explanation of it. Now, I wanted to take a second to kind of express my personal opinion on the situation, because I'm just angry and upset with the entire situation, with how people are handling it on Twitter and just the reactions from everybody, because it's still going on even now. I don't know why, but it still is. Now, I do want to say this before getting into it. I used to not like Dream a lot. I hated Dream for quite some time. I feel like a lot of you guys know that, or at least people who've been here for a while know that I never really cared for Dream, never really liked Dream. And when I first saw this come out, when they first all kind of came to fruition, I jumped to the gun a little bit and was kind of like, I wouldn't be surprised if this guy was caught to be one, you know? I wouldn't be surprised. And I feel kind of bad for saying that because, well, I never said it publicly. I don't think I've ever said it on my channel, but I feel like I've said that to friends or people outside in real world. And I feel kind of bad for saying it because I shouldn't have jumped to conclusion at all. I know I'm apologizing for something I never fucking said. But when I saw like Turkey Tom's video or other people's videos about it, I started to realize more and more, okay, I'm going to give this some time. I'm going to let it, you know, simmer a bit, let Dream respond first, then I'll have my opinion out there. And I'm glad that I did that because it's safe to say the guy is innocent. It's pretty safe. He literally disproves everything, and he did an amazing job doing so. But what pisses me off is the people on Twitter going absolutely buttfuck nuts, still trying to jump the gun saying that he is not innocent, even though the people like the Burner22 account, the Sam girl, the Amanda girl, all of them admitting that they lied. They all admitted that they lied, yet these people still want to think that Dream is a pedophile, and they still want to think that he is a groomer. They keep trying to frame him as a bad person. There are people who literally are saying, groomer or not, I still hate him and don't wish good things upon him. That's insane to me. It is baffling to me that these people will continue to just go and go and go and go. They'll keep fighting it over and over and over again. There were people that replied to my comment about it that would not stop even when you applied proof to the proof they were asking for. What pisses me off about these people is they kept saying, where's the proof? Show me the proof. And it's like, it's sitting right in front of your face. It's a fucking video that you can choose to watch. There's timestamps and everything if you want to watch it. And they just refuse to watch the video. And even when they do watch the video, they just keep saying they didn't prove anything. There was nothing to be proven here. They didn't prove shit. There's still a 24-page document, even though that 24-page document was disproven with that video because, again, Jamie has nothing to do with the situation. It's just incredible to me that these people will double down purely because they just don't like Dream. That's what it comes down to, is a lot of these people, they don't like Dream, so they just want to jump to conclusion. They just want to get angry. They just want to be mad for no reason. There's really no reason behind it. They just want to be angry because they want to be angry. And it pisses me off just so much. Now, I don't want to ramble on too much about the Twitter stuff because I feel like I'm going to go too far into it, but there was one aspect that I didn't like about his video, and that was the topic of Charlie, because Charlie basically talks about the thirst traps, the pictures of Dream where, you know, he's doing like weird faces and stuff like that. What Charlie said in his original video is that this parasocial relationship, when you create that and you kind of manifest that within your community, when you post pictures like this, it's a thirst trap. Even when it's not intended to be, you're kind of thirst trapping because your audience is so obsessed with you that they're going to take it as like a sexual thing. And I agree with that. That's how I see it. And Dream didn't see it that way. He saw it as like, I was just messing around in some pictures, and, majority of his pictures were just regular, normal pictures. And then off on a random occasion, he'll post something that's goofy. And I'm not saying that they weren't goofy, all right? I'm not saying that wasn't the intent. What I'm saying is you built a reputation around your audience that became obsessive to the point where anything you post that is very odd or strange can be misconstrued as a thirst trap. And I think that that's what he kind of misunderstood from that. Now, what I'm glad about is that Dream basically just admitted that he is well aware that this parasocial relationship type audience that he had was a really bad idea. And at the end of the video, he talks talks about this, and I'm really glad that he does, because it's showing that he cares. It's showing that he wants to change that aspect of his content, because he realizes now that this obsessive relationship that he's built with these people, this audience, is negative, and he wants to change that. And I'm glad that he wants to do that. It's a good thing that he is, and it's a good thing that moving forward, he's most likely not going to be doing anything on platforms like Twitch and all these other places, because the guy just, he's fed up with it. He's realized it. He's fed up with it. I mean, I'm not blaming him for this, by the way. This isn't like blame, but well, technically it is, but the reason why he's in this situation in the first place is most likely because of the parasocial relationships. Not only did he have people outside of his community hate him because of the parasocial relationships, there's people within his community that were so obsessed that when they didn't get what they wanted, they turned to hating on him. They turned to disliking him. They turned to genuinely just like attempting to ruin his life, right? Because they were so obsessed with him. And that's the result of creating such a toxic parasocial relationship with your audience. And the biggest thing that I wanted out of this response video is him realizing that that was a bad idea, and he's never going to do it again. And truly, I hope that that is what he comes to realize. With that being said, I don't want to keep rambling on about the subject. Like I said, I'm very glad that Dream kind of proved his innocence. It's better to have 0 victims and 0 people being pedophiles than there is to have multiple victims and somebody to be a pedophile. And I'm just glad this whole situation is over. I'm glad that it's ending. Hopefully Dream can come back to making content and just being a basic normal creator again. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.